us a game under the team's belt against Giants last week. You got Brisbane this week, but I guess is it hard not to look forward to that Tigers game in 2 weeks' time and get too excited for that as well?
Of course, everyone's looking forward to round one. Look, we've been working really hard in the off season and this pre-season for that round one, and I think we've got a bit of a redemption game against Richmond because they got us last year. So we're looking forward to test our new skills and the things that we've been working hard this season to come up against them again. But obviously, we're trying to take it week by week at this point, and Brizzy's is a good test for us. They're a really quality side, grand final side last year, and we're really confident in what we've been doing this last pre-season. We're just excited to test it out against a quality side this week.
You've been at the club for a few years now, played pretty much every game over the last 2 years in particular, but 9 changes, I think 11 players left with those concessions ending. How different did it feel walking in for like the first day of pre-season, all the new faces, but knowing, okay, there's still a core group here that are ready to build on what we've done over the past couple of years?
Yeah, I think obviously the core group, I think there's maybe 9 or 10 of us from year one that are here, and we've got a good understanding of how the club operates and, what our standards are and what we represent, and, able to take those girls who are new this year under our wing to kind of show them the way. But the girls that we've come in this year have such an amazing attitude, and they've taught us even heaps of stuff, bringing things like experience from other clubs. We've got a really diverse group, and I think that adds a lot of value to our side this year. But yeah, for the girls, I think that we've done a lot of work in the off season. We were pretty diligent in the first couple months of this year. We all came in to training start of Feb, and we were coming in, week out. So we were able to get a good understanding of what those girls were like, and instead of coming day one of pre-season and getting a bit of a shock to our system with new girls, we had a good couple months underneath our belts to get to know the girls. They can understand the program, and they've just slotted in really well.
Obviously, there'll be a lot of people looking straight to the Swans midfield with some All-Australian stars in there, some really big names, but it sounds like there's been a really big focus at pre-season to build out the strength of both the back line and the forward line. I mean, how have you seen that in terms of maybe the next evolution of the Swans game, that it's not all about, obviously, as good as they are, the Ali Morfords, Chloe Malloys, Sophia Hurleys, and Laura Gardners, that it's about finding a whole team balance to get the team going?
Yeah, I think, definitely. Well, obviously, Chloe going down last year was a pretty big kick to the guts, and we had to really find a way around that because we did a lot of stuff around her, and, we've built a lot of resilience at a team when that happened, and then we'd also kind of obviously shifted a focus to our other line groups that maybe needed a little bit more attention. But, you got to look at BT down there. She's an All-Australian backline. You got Priv down in the forward line. She just leads that forward line as well. And you've obviously got some up-and-coming stars like, Cynthia, and you've got Amelia Martin as well, who's also going to be a star down there. So, we've worked really hard these last couple months, and obviously the years as well. We've learnt so much as a team, and I think this year we're going in with a lot of confidence. We've got good people leading us, and we're just excited to obviously show the work that we've done in this off season. I think I think you're going to be pretty excited for what we'll have on offer this year.
It sounds like it was a pretty brutal pre-season, fitter than you've ever been.
Absolutely. We've got a new S&C coach, and he really tested us this off-season / pre-season. Coming into the pre-season, I was honestly nervous for what we were going to get in pre-season. I've never really been nervous. You get a little bit, but I was on it. Yeah, every session I didn't know what to expect. There was a few curveballs thrown our way. We didn't know what to expect each training. So, it was uncomfortable, but you always come out of those sessions feeling so much better and so much stronger, and getting through that together as a team just builds a lot more resilience as a group as well. So we were able to tick those boxes together.
What was one of the curveballs you got?
We weren't told what we were going to do. We had this day called Chaos Day where they just wouldn't tell us what conditioning we were going to do, how many sets we were going to do, what drills we were going to do, when we were going to get breaks. So we just had to keep going until they told us to stop. So that was a hard one, but I'd probably look at that and that was probably a highlight one. Even though how hard it was, you just had to get through it, and you just always feel good after those ones.
And then does it help bring the new team together?
New faces? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the new girls, like Zippy and Amelia, some of the new draftee girls, for example, they've never been in this sort of system before. So, for them it might be a little bit of a shock, but it is also a shock. I've been in the system for 4 years now, and I'm still getting shocked every training session. So we just kind of tell them to roll with the punches. You don't really know what you're going to get thrown with. So, but for them and for us as a group, we've been thrown a few things this year, but we're just, we're really excited to, we've done all the work now. We're just really excited to just show that off this year.
I know Scotty loves his high expectations, loves pushing the team to the limit, and he's spoken a bit about, yes, I think we want this team to get back to finals. Is that something that's shared by this team, that you believe that the squad can get to finals, or is it a bit like, okay, we just want to focus a little bit smaller after last year, build, and hopefully our best is good enough to get
Well, I think every team goes into the season wanting to make finals. We train really hard and we're just looking week by week at this point. We just want to get the most out of every week, what's been thrown in front of us, and we're big on talking about being where our feet are. So we don't want to look too much into the future. Obviously, finals is something that everyone looks forward to and is a goal that people has a goal for every team. But yeah, at this point we've got our eyes set on round 1 at North Sydney Oval, so we're really focused on that and bringing our best performance to that.